Alrighty, guys, so we have no information as of yet for leaks, any other information regarding all the stuff for the Xiao banner and the Shenhe banner. We don't know anything about them. We know about the new 5-star weapon that's coming to the game, but we're going to do a full send prediction video with no leaks whatsoever, and hopefully we can get predictions correct. Let's jump into it. Now, last month on the banner predictions, when we were doing this for Ito, we ended up getting a really sizable amount of correct answers. I ended up predicting all the characters on here. We ended up getting a full prediction correct for the weapon banner, and we actually guessed every single weapon correctly for the weapon banner, which is 3 in a row so far, I think, at this point. And the only thing we missed for the character banner was Zhang Ling. So we got almost all of our guesses correctly. So we're getting really, really good at these. So hopefully it'll just keep on the same track. So let's go ahead and predict the new stuff for Shenhe and Xiao. Now, Shenhe and Xiao are going to be two characters that are going to share the same banner for reruns. They're both going to acquire the new character Yunjin, and that is going to be a very fun thing to see. Now that means there's only 2 other slots available for the character banner, and there are a lot of characters that have actually talked that we can talk about this video. But one of the characters that has been most missed in Genshin, the character that's been missing longer than even Zhang Ling, is Fischl. Fischl actually is one of those characters that has not been seen in all the way since the Klee rerun, which is back in June. So that's been quite some time for Fischl, but we actually figured out earlier exactly as to why. And the reason that they can have some issues is because MiHoYo actually back 3 months ago or so suspended some cooperation with the VA for the CN voice actor for Oz, which is Fischl's bird, if you didn't know. And of course, that led to some issues. Since they severed ties with him, that's probably one of the reasons that we actually saw a delay in the release of Fischl. So because of that, there's probably some issues with re-releasing the character. So that's probably why we haven't seen it. But it's been 3 months, so I assume at this point they already have a new VA that's working out for CN, and we actually have new stuff for new characters. So at this point in time, we may actually see a Fischl rerun. Oh, please, we haven't seen it in forever. That would be wonderful. But there are a couple characters that have actually could have more precedence if they still haven't finished out working out all the kinks with their VA. And that could be for one of the characters that has not been seen in quite some time, which is going to be Razor, which actually the last time we saw him was the Kazuha banner. And Razor actually has almost as long as Fischl. So if they have not worked out their Fischl stuff, it could be Razor. It is definitely possible to see Razor on this banner. But if they're going to keep a leeway thematic banner, the other characters that are likely here, for the most likely characters, of course, are going to be Changyang, Jinyang, Yanfei, and Badudu. Now, Beidou, we just saw, of course, on the Hakomi rerun. Yanfei, of course, banner right after that. Chonger's the banner right on the same banner as the Trically rerun. But the thing that may be a bigger thing for Chongers is that Shenhe is a character that was said in the CN livestream to be a character that boosts out normal charge and plunge attack. And if they want to actually tout that character that also boosts cryo, it might be a good idea for them to put Changyang on the banner and actually increase banner sales. So that might be a big thing, because then your Shenhe will actually have cryo attacks at the same time, while also boosting cryo damage and boosting normal charge attacks all along the way. So that could be a reason for them to actually try to boost banner sales by putting Chongers in the banner. Now, one of the characters that has not been seen in a little bit for overall use is the Jinyang, and the last time we saw her, we actually got her for free a while back, and of course, she was last seen on the Yoyuya banner, so it could happen for on this banner, because she is a leeway-based character, and that could happen, but would be really shitty, and I hope not. I don't necessarily think Sarah is going to be coming this time around either, because Sarah this time around does not seem likely, just because they are probably going to wait till 2.5 to release Sarah, and that's when we might actually see resurgences of characters like Raiden Shogun, potentially because of the speed of the re-release banners, and of course other things like the new maybe characters like Yae Sakura or Yae Mika, whatever they're called. I don't remember. Like too much Honkai lately. And characters like Sucrose could come in the mix too. Sucrose could happen. The last time we've seen her has been quite some time, so it could happen this banner. I don't know if that's going to be 100% likely, but it does seem somewhat possible. Now, another character that could happen would be Beidou, but again, kind of unlikely, just because it's just leeway, and that's the only reason I think she might come, but those are all unlikely answers. So I think the most likely options are potentially, if they haven't fished the issues with the VA, Razor, and the other one would be Changyang, most likely. But, those are the other characters that it could be. Now, the last thing to talk about for these banner re-release stuff is going to be Xiao's original banner Xiao's original banner was Jin Yang, Beidou, and Diona. So again, Jin Yang definitely a possibility here with Beidou. So that could happen again where we could just see a resurgence of Jin Yang and Beidou on this banner. Because if you didn't know, Yunjin is a character that is a full counter character. And because Beidou is also a full counter character, that might be two characters they want to put on this banner just for shits and gigs. And the original Zhongli banner was Chongyang Razor, is a Chongyang and Razor banner. So Chongyang and Razor could actually follow in the next banner when we have Ganyu and Zhongli. For weapons this time around, of course, this is the only thing that's wrong written here. And this is supposed to be sack fragments. But the weapons that I think are be most likely going to be paired with the new weapon coming out for the new spear are going to be between 4 different weapons. We get the Lost Prayer, Wolf's Gravestone, and the Skyward Pride. Those are the 4 weapons that can be coming with the new spear. The only other thing that could be happening that's super weird is the Jade Spear. Now, since this is the first ever banner where we have 2 spear characters simultaneously, where we have Shenhe and Xiao being run, this could be the first ever double spear banner. It could happen. We could have a crazy Jade Spear and whatever the Shenhe Spear is at the same time. Now, Wolf Gravestone has not been seen in quite some time. The last time we saw it, of course, was way, way long ago. And we're probably going to see Amos Bow in the next banner. So the last time was the original Staff of Homa banner. So Wolf Gravestone does seem somewhat likely. But around that same time frame, of course, it was Lost Prayer's original re-release. And, of course, the Skyward Pride at the same time. So those are the more likely options that it could be in general. So if you're thinking about Jade Spear, just be signature, it could happen. For weapons, most likely this time around, it's going to be the lithic weapons, most likely for both the spear as well as the claymore, because it fits thematically, and that would tie into Jin Yang's re-release or Beidou's re-release on the banners, which would definitely make a lot of sense. Lithic Spear just makes a ton of sense for a character like Xiao because he is leeway based, and of course you can use it on other characters. And the other thing that could happen, of course, is for the books, it's most likely going to be the Eye of Perception as well as Favonius. Bow is probably going to be somewhere between Favonius or Sacrificial, and the normal sword is going to be either the Flute or the Sac Sword, just based on timings of where the last banners were. Now, the only other weapons that it could be, besides lithic weapons, if they want to split up the lithic weapons between banners, are the Dragon's Bane, because it was seen in the trailer for Yunjin, and because it was there, that could happen. And then the other option could be Favonius Greatsword as well, because that would just make sense for either a Beidou or a Jin Yang re-release. Now, the other 2 things I want to talk about in this video, of course, are the besides the Lost Prayer, Wolf Gravestone, Jade Spear, and Skyward Pride, are the Mist Splitter and Thundering Pulse weapons that came out on the Ayaka and Yoimiya weapon banners. They have not been seen for quite some time, but the main thing for these 2 weapons is that since we have not seen them in almost the same duration, we should see a re-release of both Ayaka and Yoimiya sometime pretty soon. So these weapons probably will be returning. So if you're thinking about saving for these weapons, just know that if they are going to be releasing Inazuma characters somewhat soon, that would be a big one to save for. Well, that's going to do for this video. My name's Sekapoko. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Let me know what you guys think the banners are going to be in the comment section down below. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.